Okay, so this is our special Halloween edition of our review of The Babysitter. As you can see, I've got my Annabelle costume on. And Dante, you were supposed to dress up. I see you maybe came from the lab. Or...
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a little setback that prevented me from getting changed. I'll just kind of let you know there's this going on. It's supposed to be clearing up soon, so no need to worry. Alright, just to let you know, this is a spoiler-filled review, so if you haven't seen the movie yet, jump on Netflix, check it out. Alright, so you're back, you've seen it. Just so we're all on the same page, not so young boy, 12? We'll get to that in a minute. As a babysitter, that's of course super hot, and has her friends over for a night of questionable satanic conjuring.
Things can get messy when you make a deal with the devil.
Okay.
It breaks down from there. So we start things off with likes. I'll let you jump in.
Okay, sure. So obviously this was a lot of gore, which is what we love.
Love the gore.
Really exaggerated killings, which obviously we always like. When the guy fell down the stairs, or the black guy got killed, and he gets stabbed with the
that was a good
trophy
one.
thing. That was awesome.
That and I actually had a real soft spot for. Okay, we've seen before the death by fireplace poker.
Yes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, he gets it through his eye, and I was actually a little bit upset because he didn't die, because that would kill you.
Yeah.
Right? Okay,
yeah.
so...
struggling for a while.
But I get it, right? They did it so that he'd be later able to come and just sort of wrench that thing off.
Yeah.
Did I almost hit you?
Yeah,
watch it.
It's happening a lot.
Kind of... Yeah, never mind. You know, so yeah, so that I did very much enjoy the gore in this one.
Yeah, and I mean it was funny. Like there was a lot of good funny parts. I really liked the bullies.
I didn't catch that.
Said, why are you so interested in my balls?
The last thing he cares about is your balls.
I felt like those shouldn't have been the bullies. Like
the
they were
bullies
chubby,
good.
they were dorky. The one kid's
things,
dancing.
yeah,
those aren't bully traits. Like maybe they were bigger than him.
Second string
but they had the good
bullies.
names with them. They're calling him Cold Sore. Like that was great.
That was great.
It's genius.
That was, and of course the kid had a couple of great lines as he was interacting with all. the
or when the guy was shirtless and the kid was like, "All right, but you're shirtless." Like, again,
that was in the trailer. That was good.
Yeah,
that
but
was
he did
really
it a couple
good.
more
He did it a few
times,
more
so,
times.
yeah, that was good.
That was good. And I think that you were mentioned earlier too about the kid. You kind of like the way that they were shooting, or the
yeah. So at first, when he kind of sees what's going on and he starts freaking out, and the way that the camera was zooming in, where it's like his perspective and he's seeing what's going on. Then he runs up into his room and it's showing him freaking out, and the camera's kind of back and forth. And I thought they did a really good job with that.
That was really good.
Yeah.
That was really good. And the other thing that I liked, and you guys are gonna have to bear with me here, all right, because I'm gonna kind of go off. And that is that we've entered kind of a state or a realm in the world of movie making today where, and you've heard us rant and rave about it before, it's all the same. Yeah. It's all generic. And you know what? Yeah, you're gonna watch this thing. Anyways, I'll try to keep some down, boy.
No control.
There's a reason for it, though. These shitty, crappy movies that cost $3, $4, $5, $6 million to make end up making 5, 10, 50, 100 times their budget. So I get why the studios are doing them, but for us horror fans, it's a real drag. It's a real bomb. It's just the same things over and over again. At the end of the day, the studios are not willing to take chances. Okay, and that's a really big deal. I mean, I had recently seen a quote with David Fincher where he was talking about how, you know, when he was coming of age, the 70s and early 80s, they constantly put out classic after classic after classic in different genres, in comedies and dramas and actions and everything else, because the studios were willing to take chances and do things that are different. Those days are gone. So what I liked about this movie, or more accurately about sort of what it represents to me, is thank you, Netflix. There still is a place where they're willing to take chances. Let's be honest. There's no way a studio was making this movie.
No way.
They would just go, too weird, doesn't make sense.
All over the place.
All over the place. There's, too much gore, blah, blah. And Netflix said, you know what, hey, let's make it. Let's throw it out there. And, good, bad, indifferent, it is what it is. And you know what? that environment is gonna turn out a mixed bag. You're gonna get some turds, you're gonna get some question marks, and you're gonna get some greatness. And greatness is not something we've seen in a while.
Right.
If you see the link to, we're gonna put a link in the description below to our review of Gerald's Game.
Ah, yes.
That was a chance by Netflix Studios. Wouldn't touch it. Turned out to be brilliant.
Great.
You know. So thank goodness that Netflix is out there. They're taking chances. They're doing things like this. So this movie, to me, really represented that the creativity, the originality is still out there.
Thoroughly entertaining.
And someone's still taking a chance. All right, so there's always some dislikes. I know I had some. You got yours. Go ahead and hit them.
Okay, so just right off the bat, very unrealistic. First of all, what 12-year-old has a babysitter?
Oh, dear God.
Obviously, there was a pun in there. They mentioned it a couple of times. Why do you still have a babysitter? But really, why? Come on.
Especially he's clearly reached puberty, so
Yeah,
he's all
come
gonzo for this
on.
chick.
Yeah, it's not.
You know.
We know you don't need one.
And because you would be completely ashamed of that.
Yes.
Like you wouldn't be. I mean, even if
He's
she's
like, yeah,
hot,
but she's hot. Yeah, but you're 12.
You're 12. You know, you'd be like, nah. Weighing the pros and cons here.
No, it's not necessary.
Yeah, that I did not enjoy.
No.
Also, I think we mentioned there was a couple of sequences that a little bit over the top. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. Yeah, that part where the car drove through the house. And happened to just land on the girl, all just so coincidentally.
Like at the bottom of her leg.
Yeah, so she's still alive to talk to him at the end for like a little while.
You drove a car into your house.
No.
That can't happen. Or you mentioned the basement.
The basement. They blew
Yeah.
up the basement.
Yeah.
But the house was all
Everybody
fine.
else was fine. Yeah.
Well, the whole
so-
house was fine.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
An explosion
just down
was
there.
just in the
Right. Yeah.
That's not happening.
Yeah.
And then when it comes, there was a couple really big things. They're kind of separate, but they're under the same umbrella, and it has to do with the writing, and that's his damn parents, man.
Oh yeah. First of all, they're weird.
Like beyond weird.
Yeah.
though. Not
The dad's like this, I don't know, trying to make the son cool. The mom's super overprotective.
Well, yeah,
Do they have issues? Nobody really knows.
Are they getting divorced? Are they swingers?
Yeah. It's no.
Watch it.
He,
All right, I got
he brings it. Yeah. Please stop that.
I'm
You know,
trying.
just-
It's
in the
really,
way.
and they're almost like just not even there until the very end.
Yeah, and they're all of a sudden here they are, the
super supportive
parents.
and
Yeah,
parents. Yeah,
exactly.
Complete mess. And then the big one for me. And this is a big one because this is happening a lot. Okay, now I get that the young people that are writing these movies want this to be real, but it's not. So when you're writing a movie that is ostensibly taking place in our real world, not some kind of alternate reality fantasy world, even if there's monsters and killing and all this other stuff, you got to keep it somewhat grounded. The super, super hot chick is not a nerd.
No,
Okay.
that's not realistic.
And,
no.
story, okay?
All right.
I'm trying.
Really getting out of hand.
I'm trying. She doesn't have obscure sci-fi character
No.
references.
1. Kirk. 2. Picard. 3. Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum from Independence Day. 5. Ripley. And 6. Are you ready for this shit? A xenomorph egg.
No.
Or in other movies, she doesn't play Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, it's not real.
Absolutely insultingly terrible. I know
Yeah.
that's what you guys want.
Of course.
Okay, but
Yeah.
it's not reality.
No.
It totally takes the audience out of the narrative. The audience is going, that doesn't gel. I don't
Yeah.
remember that.
No.
You know? And it works on both ends. If you were the hot cheerleader, you're going, what? I don't know that stuff. None of my friends knew that stuff. What are they talking about?
And yet you're friends with the jock, you're friends with
Right.
the cool, like all these
The
people
little,
are your cool
gothy
friends.
chick.
Yeah,
the
there's so many
cheerleader
stereotypes
that's obsessed
in
with
there.
her boobs.
Yes, like come on.
Yawn.
Yeah.
I mean, it really. So the weird parents, because the writers have got weird parents that were absent in
Some
their
issues,
lives.
exactly,
They were
going
absent
on
in their life,
there.
but they've always wanted them to be super supportive.
Yeah.
Yawn. Go to therapy.
Yeah.
I mean, really, a lot of these writers, I think, just need to go to therapy, and then they'd have a better ability to write some stuff.
That's
So
true.
yeah, I really did not like that
Yeah.
aspect. All right, it is Pinhead time. I'm dying to know what you thought. So go ahead and serve it up.
All right, so because there was a good amount of gore in here, which I like,
Yeah.
and also, pretty entertaining, there were some funny parts. So
right.
I'd say 2.5.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's I'm going to be honest, you were a bit more forgiving than I am.
Okay.
You know, because those things aside, you know, obviously my pet peeve is realism. It was off the mark on that. Again, I did state that I liked that at least the effort was made and it was something different. So
Yes.
from my standpoint, I'm going to give it 1.5.
Okay.
So with your 2.5, my 1.5, that's going to make this a... Oh, look, I can do it even
there you
with
go,
this.
look, 2.
Awesome. Yes, 2 Pinhead movie.
Okay, so that was our review. Tell us what you think in the comment section. Dante.
What?
This is
What?
hurting. It's
No,
getting hard.
no, I got-
It's
this-
choking
that's
me.
not me.
Ow,
It's
ow,
not me.
Dante.